Hi, welcome to Counseling 2.0. How can counselors use technology in building a comprehensive counseling program? Hi, my name's Sean. I am a contributor to such blogs as UTech Tips and, of course, ibpsychology.com, where we explore the wonderful world of psychology according to the IB, and my personal favorite, the internationalcounselor.org. I'm going to be doing a workshop with our friends Tim and Dan, but I can't be with you because I'm traveling the world as international counselors do. This is a little cluster map showing all the people reading International Counselor right now. I wanted to talk to you about why I started blogging. Really, it was a tool for me more so than my students in some ways, because it gave me a repository. It's a way of sharing information. It's part of the Web 2.0. You might recognize quite a few of these logos here. These are all Web 2.0 companies. So are these, and these, and these. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. What we're really talking about is these 6 things, but today we're going to mostly focus on blogs and social networking and maybe podcasts if we have time. If we take a look at the blogosphere right now, this is from Technorati just from a few months ago. In October 2006, just over a year ago, 70,000 blogs were created daily. That's one every second. It's amazing. If you look at it, the blogs are doubling approximately every 5 months. It's crazy how many people are contributing to the blogosphere. Daily posting volume is totally spiking up as the general trend. You can see some of the major incidences over the last couple of years. Here is a comparison of 2 blogs against the mainstream media in terms of readership. And you can see that one of the Chinese sources is now starting to creep up on some of the big names, NHK and US Today and BBC. When we look at the blogosphere, English followed by Japanese, and Chinese is growing rapidly. You're going to see Chinese overtake Japanese shortly, and I wouldn't be surprised if it overtakes English. In comparison to age, the largest group reading them is, well, basically our age, teachers, 31 to 50. But that's not the only story. And actually, that's part of the reason why I started writing the blog, because I knew the parents would start reading it. But those who are creating blogs are considerably younger, 18 to 29. Most people surveyed found that the internet and blogs in particular are incredibly helpful in making decisions. So you see, blogging is just the tip of the iceberg. What's going to be next? Well, you're going to have to hang in there to find out. When we look at how kids are using the internet, their time doubled in a 3-year period. This is kids ages 2 to 11 were spending an average of just over 6 hours, and now about 9.5 hours in 2006. For teens, they went from 21 to 26 hours. Teens don't see it as much of a problem in terms of distracting, i.e. taking away from their friends. You can see the numbers here, roughly the same across different demographics. What are the teens doing? Well, first and foremost, they're researching schoolwork. Of course, at the same time, they're probably instant messaging, downloading, emailing, posting on their own sites, and reading posts. The teens are masters of multitasking. One of the favorite things for teens to do is instant messaging. Fully 74% of kids online are instant messaging, and part of why they're doing that is to build and maintain friendships. 48% says the net improves their current friendship, and 32% says internet and instant messaging have helped them make new friends. 74% of kids are saying that they're using instant messaging services. These are some of the many activities that can be done on the internet, and you can see how college students are engaged in these various activities. It's dominated. It's incredibly dominated by obviously schoolwork, but more than that, communication. One of the key tools that have emerged is Facebook. Facebook opened up just a year ago. At that time, it was a closed network just for school students and college students. It had about 8.9 million. Then it opened up to the public. Today, it has over 37 million. users. That's the Facebook. You might recognize that guy. And what's interesting about Facebook is that once you get in there, people start connecting with you left, right, and center. Kids that you taught 10 years ago suddenly find you, and you discover that they are now parents, and you start feeling rather old. One of the tools that I'll explore in more depth is how colleges are using blogs. Places like MIT are using it to make a more authentic experience, to humanize what is considered a true brainiac sort of place. They have many blogs, both from faculty and students. There's a buddy of mine, Matt McGann, who graduated from there, who now is one of their directors of admission. And this is one of their students who's graduated in 2010, and her thoughts on life at MIT. The Gen 2.0 generation want many things. And in a survey around various technologies in regards to college admission, some really revealing facts came through. I'm not going to go through these in detail at this point, but just say there's a lot of research going into these sorts of things. But basically, teens love instant messaging. They'd love to hear from colleges. I'd be interested to hear what Dan and Tim have to say at their various age groups. At the end of the day, high school students, text messaging is often the preferred method of communication, not email. If we get time, we might talk about wikis as well, which is another powerful thing. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm Sean, and that's my buddy, the guy who says it's okay to share this presentation.